Hey guys, so here we are at ORM. You can see in the background that we've arrived. So we're gonna go in and do our blood work and our evaluation, and I'll let you know how that all goes. See you in just a couple minutes. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are on our way to reproductive medicine for my uterine eval. And I thought I left early enough, but I'm worried that I'm gonna be late. So I'm hoping that traffic kind of clears up. That could be wishful thinking. So while we are driving, I wanted to just go over a little bit about the process of surrogacy that I've experienced. I am on my second journey, but I've worked with the same agency for the first one and this one. My first journey, the process was longer to get started just because of being brand new to the agency and the process that it was taking for them. When I was looking into surrogacy in 2017, I wanted to find an agency that was local to me. So I was doing a lot of online searching for what was local in my area, and I did find a couple agencies, and then I looked at their websites to get more familiar with them and any reviews that I could find. And then I found the one that really stood out to me. And so on their website, they had a questionnaire to get started with when you're interested in working with them. You want to share everything as much as you can on there so that when they review it, they'll have a good understanding of why you're interested in surrogacy, and they'll call you to review it, which is what they did with me. So I wanted to be able to make sure I answered all their questions fully so we could review them together. I had all my questions written down that I wanted to know more about. We had that opportunity to go over those, so that was helpful. After that, I talked with my husband about my experience with the questionnaire and the phone call, and we both agreed that it sounded like the right fit for us. I let them know that I wanted to move forward in the process. That started with release of information so they could get all my medical records, and that's where it did take a little bit longer, which was fine, it's expected. But once they got those records though, they reviewed them, and I had an appointment with my OB to be cleared for another pregnancy. Everything went great. So they sent my records over to reproductive medicine, and they reviewed them. That was pretty fast too. They got back with an answer and said that they approved my records, so I was cleared. From there, my husband and I had our psychological evaluation done in a home visit by the social worker that works with the agency. All that went well. It was a bit stressful for the psychological part. They just are obviously wanting to know that you are ready for this because it's so big of a commitment. A pregnancy is like really emotional, and so just making sure you're in the right place mentally and everything so you're stable, and talk about termination and everyone's on the same page. We did that. We were cleared. Everything was good. And then we started looking at intended parent, and that was really exciting to get to that point. It had already been, several months, so I was like, yes, finally, fun stuff. The very first profile that I got, I was just like, oh, I know I want to work with them. They are so sweet. You can tell they're going to be great parents. Yes, I want to send my profile to them. We all had a video chat to get to know each other and answer questions that we both had the next day, and we're all like, yes, we want to work together. We know that this is the family I want to help, and we knew that they wanted me to help them carry their baby, and so it was a pretty emotional moment. It was really great and special. So from that point on was getting contracts going, and we both had our own attorneys to review our contracts with us. They're about 50 pages long. Everywhere is a little bit different, but here in Oregon, that's what I've experienced both times around. You review them very thoroughly, write down your questions so that you can go over them with your attorney. The attorney will go over what she thinks stands out too, so that we can all come to an agreement, which took a little while because myself and the intended parents are in different countries. Everyone agreed to the contract. We signed our contract, got them all notarized. We're able to move forward with medication calendar, which I was like nervous and thrilled about all at the same time. I got that going in February. I had my transfer in March. I had a single embryo transfer that resulted in a twin pregnancy. It was a total shock for myself and my family and the intended parents, but we were excited for this new experience too. So obviously the pregnancy continued on, and it was going great. And then you continue medication still for the first trimester at like 12 weeks or something like that. 12, 13 weeks. And then I'm released from reproductive medicine, and then I was seen at another clinic for more of a higher, moderate risk, I guess, pregnancy for the twins. So that's kind of how that first process went. Started in May of 2017, had my transfer March of 2018, and then I had the twins in October 2018. And then now I got started again with the second journey in May of 2019. And that has went a lot faster because I only had to get records from just the last surrogacy pregnancy that I had. That went really quick. Did another psychological evaluation and with my husband, with the social worker, and that also went fine. Was cleared again for my records and for having another pregnancy. So now I've been matched again. I'm in contract phase right now. We're waiting for everyone to review them and come together on an agreement, and then they'll get signed, and then I'll start medications hopefully really soon, like sometime in October. We'll see what everybody says and how fast the contracts are signed. So all right, so we're all finished over here at ORM. I had my uterine evaluation, which the doctor said everything looked great. I'm basically ready to be pregnant. No, but really I have to wait for just the contract to be all done. I'll be able to get my medication calendar, so I don't have to have any other procedures. Sometimes people have polyps in their uterus and things like that. But she said that everything looked great, and I also could be a good candidate for a VBAC, vaginal birth after C-section this time around. So I'm excited that that is a possibility even. Those are conversations I'll be having later, in the pregnancy with my OB and see what their thoughts are, because we want to be safe and everything to go well for myself and the baby. So let's just keep going, and I'm gonna get on the road, and I hope that everyone has a great day. So I'll see you later. Bye.